Hello again. So, I've been saying I can go on and on about the devil card for a while now. And so I was going to make a video about it like I did for temperance and what it means to me, at least. So like the devil card for me is all about Capricorn, the sign, the zodiac sign of Capricorn, and all of their like traits. Whenever I talk about certain major arcana, like the devil card, I always consider it to be something of the life lesson path of those signs. Like the devil card is what Capricorn has to master to evolve on their soul's journey throughout this life. That's what they came here for. That's their soul's contract. That's the lesson they came here to learn. And like Libra's card is justice and balance and truth. That's not why I have this out, but you know. And like Aries is the emperor. They have to learn how to control themselves in their lives. And Leo's card is the sun, where it's all a bright, shiny day and bringing out their heart chakra and joy and just spreading love everywhere. But yeah, for Capricorns. So like, the meaning of the devil card is usually, let's see if we have this here, ego. This is a Dorian Virtue Angel's Oracle card of the devil from that deck. It says, a false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. And it's a false sense of entrapment. This is a regular Rider-Waite tarot card for the devil. It's a false sense of entrapment in that these people are able to escape if they wanted to. These chains that are around their necks and binding them to sin they're actually very, very loose, and they could just pop them over their heads if they wanted to and escape and be free and, you know, not be demons. But they choose the illusion of entrapment. They choose to obey fear and lies and illusions because they don't want to take control over their lives, or they don't think they have control over their lives. And therefore that's why they're trapped to the devil, and that's why they themselves turn into little devils. You can see they have horns and tails. This guy's tail is actually on fire, and this one's tail is full of like poisonous fruit or something. But yeah, the woman's tail is full of poisonous fruit, and this one's tail is on fire, like passion and earth. And bad passions and bad fertility or something like that. But that's the whole life lessons for Capricorns, realizing that they do have control over things that they don't think they do, and trying to overcome fear and illusions and realize that the only real truth is love and not fear, illusions, and sin and addictions and all of that kind of thing, being overly focused on material things. Negative or fear-based thoughts. If you look at the devil card, it's a lot like the magician card. As above, so below. As above, so below. Justice also has that. As above, so below. Only it's a little bit more balanced than that. But the sword still goes up to heaven. And these still point down. The balanced scales still point down. The truth and balance. But whereas the Magician card is in a more positive perspective, in that your positive thoughts will bring about positive manifestations. Negative and fear-based thoughts will bring about negative and fear-based manifestations. So there's that. It's like the Magician in the reverse. Going back to the false entrapment, this is also like the Eight of Swords. I don't know if I can find that. Let me see if I can get it for 1 minute. I'm sorry, I didn't already have it out. But it's also a false entrapment, like the Eight of Swords, wherein the woman can escape if she wants to. If she would just take off the blindfold and move forward. It doesn't want to come out. Away from all of these painful thoughts that she has. Oh my god. Do I not have it in my deck? Ah, there it is. Alright, so there it is. The Rider-Waite Tarot deck. And it's about the same thing, only it's in a different picture and in a different representation. She's blindfolded and bound, but she could easily get out of there. And she only has like her intuition to go on. And a little bit of earth. She's a little bit balanced, but not quite as much as the Temperance card. And all of her thoughts and, you know, all of these painful things, all of this stress is just an illusion. And if she just took her blindfold off, she'd see it for the illusion and be able to move out of there. But yeah. Being overly focused on material things. Lord help us all. That's the entrapment. Realizing that the soul's truth is the truth, and our physical world is only temporary and an illusion. And all of the things that come with the physical world are just temporary and illusions, and they're not real. The only real truth is our soul and the soul's evolution. But yeah, Capricorn, Lord help us. It's funny because like Jesus is actually a Capricorn, and in the Bible, if you've ever read the Bible, in the beginning, he whenever Jesus comes around and starts being a prophet, he casts off the devil. The very, very first thing that he does is he casts off his demons. And that's how he evolves into the Son of God, the God-child. He throws off all of his demons, he throws off all of his sins, he throws off all of his attachments and addictions. He throws off all of his anger and, you know, projection, and climbs the top of a mountain and says, "Devil, get thee behind me." And that turns the devil around for him. And even though he's a Capricorn, he is the one who conquers the devil and turns himself into good and light and love and truth. And so, like, for Capricorns, it is very much a life path for them to conquer all of their foibles and sins and attachments and addictions, and realize the truth of the soul, realize they have control over themselves, realize they have the choices, realize they are the ones that, you know, make the decisions in their lives. And that's how they evolve. You know, the symbol of the sea goat It's, they start out as the fish in the water, in the sea, and they evolve into the goats, the Capricorn goat that can climb to the very, very top of the mountain. And really, it's a spiritual mountain. It's not like a career-based mountain, which they always seem to be focused on. It's not, it's not about that. It's more of a spiritual-based goal that they should be working on. But, what was the other thing? Oh, the ego. I think I'll save that for another time. I don't have that fully prepared. What I was going to say on that. I can't think about it right now. The ego, the mask. What was it? I'll save it for another time, I guess. Give me a minute and I'll think about it. I think that's what it was. I think it was being overly focused on the mask, being overly focused on your reputation. Some people get so focused on how people perceive them, or if they perceive them favorably and all that, that they forget about the truth of who they are, and instead just work on focus on making this shell and not focus on the thing that's behind the shell. So yeah, I don't know if I did this one. This one was Art Nouveau. Let's see. This one, Tarot Art Nouveau. Pretty interesting card. It's the devil, and they've got him here looking like the Joker, without like red mouth makeup and not quite green hair. He's got blue hair. He's all pale and weird looking, and he's got one eye covered like the Illuminati. And it's all about the mask, the masks you wear, and cover up who you really are. It's like the ultimate narcissists. And really, the only people who can change them are themselves, or a whole crapload of, personal pain that they have to go through themselves to make them change. But when they do change, they can change for the better in ways that most other people cannot, because no mud, no lotus, that philosophy. When there's no mud, there is no lotus. So I'm pretty sure like most tarot readers have been through a whole bunch of mud to become the lotuses that they are. And so it is for Capricorns that their darkest depth, since they do have the devil as their, life path lesson, it really is the darkest depths that they can go through, or that they have gone through, in order to become a very, very incredibly bright soul. How deep and dark you go is how brightly you can shine. And it's always been like that. It just always will. You cannot experience what you experience, you can experience in the opposite. And I like this one too. I wanted to show this one. This one's the Tarot Mucha deck. And it's really cool. She's totally all demoned out. She's even got these little, like, demon goat hoofs down here. Totally cool. And she's got the girl in one hand and the guy in the other. And she got a big old long whippy red tail. It's a really cool deck. I love it. Along with like all these peacock feathers showing the ego and displaying herself. But yeah, that's all I think I have to say about Capricorns and the devil and all of that kind of thing. Along with this, I've noticed this on there. He's got the upside down pentacle. It's starting to make me wonder about the earth signs, and that when they are in the reversal, do they go that way with their spirituality symbol down in the negatives? But yeah, I will talk to you later.